I got something special specifically for you, Ryan, or rather, I wanted you here for it because I came across this at absolute random, and it was so fucking funny. Jump into the watch together, gentlemen, if you haven't already. Gotta get going. I don't know how long I have you for. Okay, I gotta be quick.
Now, I will stay as long as I can.
Beautiful. So, this is from a channel where this video is called "The Truth About Star Wars Exposed." Pong Krell, clones, morality, George Lucas, and original text. Now, you may think, Mullah, why is this? What's? And she's like, you know what? I almost don't want to say a thing. I'll just let him talk because this goes places.
I mean, honestly, you had me at Pong Krell. Like I
would have thought so.
He's not
the Pong Krell. Really?
The Pong Krell.
Going there. Yeah.
What about Slurpo?
What's funny is I feel like Ryan's the only person who knows who that is. Who's he?
Yes. So like this, just for context, I suppose before we even get into it, this Pong Krell is he's a Jedi in the Clone Wars era, in the Clone Wars cartoon. Oftentimes when people tell you have to watch the Clone Wars, Dave Filoni is just a master of storytelling. They will refer to this arc as just like peak Star Wars, right? Which they've said that about literally about every cringe thing that's come out, but this is usually the one that they're talking about.
Well, let us begin.
Quick. I'm looking at his picture here.
I can tell just by looking at him.
Yeah, is this guy a fish or an animal?
No, he's a sea creature.
Oh no,
no! We're not doing this again. We're not doing.
It's good to know that his pronouns are he, him, though. Thank goodness.
Well, I got it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to misgender this fictional character.
Original texts are later.
Oh shit, it's a bit cool.
And I really have to get this out right now, or else it'll impact the quality of the video.
What?
Okay.
Why does he talk?
Fuck all the clones! Fuck every single one of these rat bastards! They are the reason the entire setting has become a shithole by the time of the original trilogy. Why the fuck are they all portrayed sympathetically? They don't deserve sympathy! Not a fucking ounce of it!
I mean, they've literally
an ounce of sympathy. They've been
literally
grown
bred
to
for
be
war.
disposable. Yeah, disposable people to throw into the meat grinder of war. I can sympathize with that. That sounds like pretty. That sounds.
Well, okay, let him finish.
They are what they are. Laying the groundwork. They don't know how to be anything else.
I'm feeling compelled right now. He seems passionate. He must know what he's talking about.
They deserve nothing but contempt, disdain, mockery, derision, spite, and scorn. They were made with the express purpose of killing the protectors of the galaxy. That's what their fucking purpose was.
It sounds like he should be angry at the person who made
Palpatine.
them.
Made them, yeah.
not. It's because it's not their choice.
It's like getting angry at a nuclear missile or something. Like, it doesn't really have a say in what it's used for. It was just created for that purpose.
Yeah, it literally is not an agent in the same way that I don't think clones are agents in a sense. Like, are they?
They don't have agency.
Do they have free will? Do they?
Yeah,
are they like
some of them like heavily programmed? But
I think that one of the things that Clone Wars, the television series, did that a lot of people praise it for is they do feel like it gave the clones like more personality, and you do have like more sympathy for them and all these things. One of the other problems is that they turned Order 66 from, hey, these clones, they are actually just going to be loyal to the Republic, right? Regardless of all these friendships or whatever. They turned it to like this chip in their brains that when it got switched on, they just turned into like animals, no pun intended, who would just kill the Jedi. As opposed to it actually being, hey, these are people, and they might even have these connections to the Jedi, but this is ultimately what they were bred for, what they were programmed to do, and they're going to kill them indiscriminately.
Yeah. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong as well. Like, once the Clone Wars were over, were the clone armies not basically discarded, like, in favor of just mass conscription?
It's a while. Yeah, they got phased out because, I mean, obviously, the reason the clones were able to be so readily available, the accelerated aging and things like that. So they didn't hang around for very long. So once your force started aging out, they did conscription because it's way cheaper to just conscript all these masses than pay somebody to make these clones, especially after what they did to Kamino.
Yeah, so essentially, not only were they created like with the sole purpose of being soldiers and had essentially no say in the course of their own lives, but their lives were extremely short and they were thrown away once they'd served their purpose. So I'd say that deserves quite a bit of sympathy, really.
Surely the clones must be cheap if the Republic never noticed that they had a pinch. Had actually ever paid for
all right? We're trying to listen to this guy's argument.
Okay, sorry. You're right, yeah.
It was actually, I believe it was bankrolled by Darth Plagueis.
He paid for it himself.
Yeah, so Darth Plagueis is actually he's one of the richest people in the galaxy. He's a very influential person. Well, Higo Damask is his real name in his normal day. But yeah, he essentially gaslit Sifo-Dyas into believing that the time would come where this big war would be in the galaxy and the Jedi would need to be ready.
So one person can fund an army that could take over. This is madness.
Not helping the Republic win the Clone Wars, but to kill the Jedi. They're not even.
You can do both. Give them some credit.
Well, so maybe I'm wrong about this. I remember at some point there was an Order 65 where the clones could be ordered to kill the Chancellor instead of the Jedi. Was that retconned, or did Disney take away with that, or?
I'd have to look that up. I'm not sure about that.
Because I think the initial purpose of the clones is that they would have all these various fail safes built into them, so that if one part of the Republic became too tyrannical, they could turn on them.
Also, Theo just losing his mind in chat. I will say this is more to just appreciate this man's POV. Okay, I just want to play these clips just to let you know that there's people out there who really feel this passionate. Just start to appreciate some of his ideas for what should happen to certain elements of Star Wars.
They're not even human or Mandalorian or whatever. They were made on a goddamn assembly line in a goddamn lab on a goddamn ocean planet. They're no different than the Separatist droids. Every clone ever deserves to be wiped out as penance for what they helped accomplish. No exceptions. I don't care if there are good ones like Rex or Cody or whoever. Just kill them all.
Bit of a moral absolutist, this guy, isn't he?
This guy.
He's going further than that. He ain't stopping at the clones.
Bring about darkness upon the galaxy, because that's exactly what they fucking are, and you can't change my mind. And if they don't deserve death, then they at least deserve to rot away in a slum on some imperial city planet with no food, no money, no friends or family, and just be cheered at by every passerby.
No access to streaming services.
They deserve to starve and rot.
He's actually kind of winning me over, to be honest. I kind of agree to take all the clones, put them on one island together, just them. They just end up butt fucking
Australia
each other.
Them.
On. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Do they have genitals?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Really? Not just like smooth down there?
They're not just like Ken dolls.
Yeah, your only purpose is for war, no fucking allowed. That would actually be. I would have sympathy for them if that was the case.
Well, they could be castrated like they could be like the Unsullied from Game of Thrones, where they've been castrated.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I were living in the Star Wars galaxy in that time period, I'd spit on that clone, kick that clone in the nutsack, gather a crowd of people to do the same, before ultimately doing the galaxy a favor by throwing that clone off an overpass. Fuck it, all of them. And I know what you're going to say, oh, but they had a control chip in their brains. They didn't have a choice.
Mickey Mouse.
No, they did have a choice. The choice to blow their brains out for being clones and built to serve evil.
What?
All right?
Did they have that choice, though?
Did any of them do that?
Really,
no. And who cares if they didn't have the control chip to begin with? They ultimately would have killed the Jedi anyway, because as products of the dark side and products of an evil man, the dark side would have overpowered them and made them kill the Jedi anyway. Either that, or they simply would have done it anyway by taking advantage of their bullshit.
He's like, every way ends in killing them. It must. There's no innocence to be found here.
With the Jedi. Hell, that's exactly what happened when Rex almost killed Ahsoka. He wasn't resisting the control chip. He was pretending to resist it so Ahsoka could let her guard down and he could kill her easier. So in summary, fuck the clones for being no better than the Death Star. Fuck Rex for being full of bullshit. Fuck Cody for being useless. Fuck Dogma for killing the unsung hero of the show, Pong Krell. Fuck this one clone for having.
I'm pretty sure I watched that episode, that arc in Clone Wars. Basically, it was this Jedi guy who just went out of his way to get clones killed, and then there was a massive fight where he killed like 100 clones single-handedly.
Yes, that's Pong Krell.
He's got like 4 arms, so
he's got 4 arms and he has 2 double-bladed lightsabers that he wields. Yes,
he sounds cool.
He's a buff Dexter Jester.
Well,
Can I just ask Ryan a question quickly, just for clarification? Because I only know the films, I haven't seen like any of the extra stuff. So, did they recontextualize why the clones were actually made? Like, were they specifically made to kill the Jedi?
So it was all. For anybody that would be interested in reading something ever, unlike Mauler, the book Darth Plagueis gives so much very interesting context to some of the things that are going on behind the scenes in terms of the Sith. And yeah, so the idea of the clone army was from like the Sith. It was from Darth Plagueis, and he found a handful of Jedi who did truly feel like things were going to go off the rails. They saw these fights breaking out around the galaxy. They saw what was happening with the Trade Federation. And after kind of over a decade worth of like discussions and like careful manipulation, they were able to convince Sifo-Dyas to place this order because they felt like the Republic was going to need it at some time. But the truth was the entire reason that this army was going to be made was so they could do this, so they could help to, destabilize everything and eventually use them to overthrow the Jedi. Like all at the same time, they'd have to be taken out, the vast majority of them.
So to add on to that, I did decide to look it up, and Order 65 was a thing, but Disney retconned it.
Oh.
There was originally 150 orders that were basically contingencies that different parts of the government could order the clones to do if one part of the government became corrupted, but Disney cut most of those out. So there's no more.
Was Order 65 to take out the Chancellor?
Yes, the Senate could order the clones to kill the Chancellor.
And is it a coincidence that on this man's computer it currently reads 65 degrees Fahrenheit?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder though, because like who has the ultimate authority here? Like say the Senate orders them to execute Order 65 and the Chancellor orders them to take out the Senate. Like, well, which one do they obey?
First come, first serve.
Does it depend on who has a chip in their brain?
Well, all those orders were before the chip thing.
Okay.
Like before the inhibitor chip was created. So the thing you're talking about, I didn't remember the number or how many there are, but that's all from all these Clone Wars novels that Karen Traviss wrote in kind of the mid 2000s. And she did a lot of work building up what the clones were, what Mandalorian culture was even. There's a lot of crossover and stuff there. All of that got completely wiped away with TCW. Like just the vast majority of it just got wiped out. This was even before Disney, right? TCW just started retconning all that stuff and overriding it.
Damn. They always retcon the best stuff.
Yeah, typically, and it's typically a bitch like Dave Filoni, and everybody praises him as a genius. Yeah.
The show, Pong Krell, fuck this one clone for making like clone Twi'lek hybrid babies, because the last thing that the Star Wars needs is for clones to be fucking up the galactic gene pool. Fuck Palpatine for making the clones and being the Lucifer of Star Wars. Fuck the Kaminoans for making these piles of filth. Fuck the Imperial troopers for wearing armor similar to these fucks. Fuck Dave Filoni for continuing to rewrite the Star Wars lore.
Hey, there you go, Ryan.
Hey, thank you. I'm telling you, this guy's winning me over.
Agree.
He's winning you over.
This guy's winning me over. Yeah.
Specifically making more pro-clone and disparaging the name of Pong Krell. And fuck all the clone simps for loving them in spite of the fact that they are obviously mass murdering machines. And frankly, all evil and its byproducts need to be purged from the galaxy. Palpatine and all his cronies need to die for being evil. That's obvious. And yes, that includes Anakin Skywalker, aka.
Man, when this guy watches the original trilogy, he's gonna be very satisfied. I'll tell you, he'll leave that trilogy a happy man.
Darth Vader. Anakin had every chance to resist the dark side and not give in to it, but he did it anyway. Death is a suitable punishment for all Darksiders and former Darksiders.
This guy took some very interesting lessons from the trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a simple man, you know? Evil, you're gone. That's it.
He wants to kill everybody that's evil. You know?
Look,
None
he's
of them
synthetic
do.
man's
Redemption
Padawan.
should be absolutely impossible for anyone who's turned evil. Darth Vader deserves to go down in history in the same way frickin' Hideki Tojo goes down in history.
Who?
He was the right-hand man for the guy who plunged the galaxy into darkness and continued to help him out after it screwed him out of an arm, his legs, his wife and kids, his wife that he killed, by the way. And speaking of his kids, Luke and Leia need to die too.
He says all of this like it's real, you know?
Luke and Leia need to die too.
Okay.
I was with you to a point, bud.
Eventually, at the hands of Disney, they did.
Okay, we'll let them in.
I didn't know people that based even existed. Jesus.
Meaning they too will inevitably fall to the dark side. Luke was already showing dark side tendencies when he was negotiating at Jabba's palace and when he was fighting Vader on the Death Star too. So we might as well kill him then and there.
Kill them all. Might as well.
A single drop of dark side and you got to kill him. This guy wanted to be masturbating too.
There's something to be said about the idea of angelic beings that can suffer no imperfection, and so they're essentially evil in the way that they seek out the purification of everything that they see. And I'm getting these vibes from him, like this super,
he's like an angel,
evil creature that he's like this evil, super puritanical creature that can absolutely accept no imperfection, not a single drop of this kind of blood, that kind of blood. The whole galaxy needs to be purified. And
you eat the last cookie, fucking die.
Yeah, I can imagine he operates this way in his everyday life. Like he gets a new puppy and it pisses on the floor, and he's like, You made a mess on the floor. I don't care. You're out of here now. You deserve to die. That's it. One drop of piss and you're gone.
All of the puppies need to be thrown into an imperial gutter and starved and have their balls kicked by me.
They need to be removed from the gene pool.
On the street, just gets you bumped into me, shoots him on the spot.
Also, hi Gary.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hello.
We're talking about the purification of the galaxy. What are you up to?
Naturally.
Oh, is this a Dalek
No.
meeting?
We mean genetic purity.
Just click that all watch together, and you can join us for this wonderful seminar.
Okay, cool.
There's only a minute left of what I wanted us to listen to. He's just finishing up his manifesto.
And Leia even turned evil in one of the Star Wars Infinities comics. See, look, you can see her right here. And
she's evil. She's drawn evil.
She's in the shadows.
You're on the cover, so yeah, I'm convinced.
She's been drawn evil.
You can tell she's evil. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Is non-canon Elseworld type of shit, but it's as I always say. If it could have happened, it'll surely happen. And Han Solo and Chewbacca
That's an interesting phrase.
Yes, so hold on. This guy's puritanical nature is such that if you could have done an evil thing in an alternate timeline, you're still responsible, even if you didn't do it.
Well, you say
you have to die.
If it's possible, it will happen. It's pretty surefire logic,
isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, once this guy has killed every living organism in the entire universe, I'm sure he'll be quite content that he's purged it.
The dirt will still get him.
Everything is.
The dirt will still get him, drinker.
That's true.
He's just gonna kill all the animals, but the fish will still be here. Don't worry.
There's always a new enemy.
Couldn't you draw this even further and blame the midi-chlorians?
Just kill everything. Kill just kill it all. Yeah.
And by the way, George Lucas is the one who created this thing, so he needs to die too.
Exactly.
And the people who procreated, who are capable of creating George Lucas, well, they need to go too.
Or that they ended up joining the rebels anyway, or that they were good guys with hearts of gold. No, they are criminals. And all criminals deserve death. Boba Fett is a contract killer, so
all
he's
right, I'm dead.
too.
Even if you're jaywalking, it's like, well, criminal, death for you.
Oh wait,
What if
well,
you
I
steal a
think what he said about
paperclip?
Boba Fett didn't do anything illegal, in that bounty hunter is legal, right? That's not breaking the law, so he's okay.
Didn't he vaporize people though?
Yeah,
That
he disintegrated people apparently.
That might not necessarily be against the law, if he's doing it within the bounds of his bounty hunting work. Because he was...
It's quite
Because
extreme.
the
I would have
Empire...
thought as a bounty hunter, you're there to bring people in.
Well, yeah, I mean, some bounties
Well,
are
dead or alive.
Depends on the bounty.
dead or alive, and some of them are just dead. As in, like, the bounty only counts for them being dead. They just want people dead.
Yeah, we don't
I
want
mean, I
to
did often wonder, like, how do you
There's no more room in the
prove
gutter,
that
so...
you vaporized the bounty? It's like,
that's why you don't
just have to
vaporize
take my
them.
word for it.
I guess
you have
could...
to live stream it to Twitch.
Yeah, if you record
live
it,
stream
you'll
the
be right.
vaporization on Twitch, then you're good to go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think you actually just
sweep it into like
press
a little dustbin, and you bring that, and they'll test it.
Here's his ashes.
in my experience,
on,
you just press Y and claim the dead body. That's what happens in the bounty
Yeah, once
hunter
you
game.
string them up, you press Y, yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Boba Fett is
that.
off the hook because it's his job, what's the job of the clones? Isn't it to fight?
Yeah, well, listen. We haven't figured this out yet, so...
I think we have. It's just kill everyone. It's pretty
Well,
straightforward.
wait. I don't know. Is it their job? Do they get paid? They don't get paid, do they?
The clones? No. They just get
Okay.
just get fed, yeah.
There we go. We found our loophole here. They don't get
Well,
paid
they're like
for
Discord moderators. They do it for free.
it. Yeah, and
the
they're happy to
clone-
do it for free. They take...
On top of that, so he should die too. C-3PO should die for being built by Anakin. Finn should
Oh my
die for being
God.
an Empire 2.0
Finn's
soldier.
down.
And no, I don't care if he defected. And Rey should die.
Oh, wait, we
Wait,
gotta...
you paused on
we
Rey
gotta-
should die?
I want to get his thoughts on Ray.
Come on, I
Well,
gotta know
I
why
had to
Ray
back up to hear the
dies.
thing he said before then.
Like, the C-3PO has got to be the most innocent character in Star
No,
Wars,
he was
surely.
built by Anakin.
Yeah, even...
Yeah, that means
evil
he's just
droid.
tries
made
to
with evil.
murder C-3PO.
He's been tainted with evil, obviously.
I do
Finn
think he
should
said
die
Boba
for being-
Fett should die, right?
Yeah.
Like
That
that's
doesn't
what- that was
surprise
his
me
final
compared to
conclusion.
C-3PO.
Should die. Yeah.
An Empire 2.0 soldier. And no, I don't care if he defected. And Rey should die for being Palpatine's granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll
can
repeat
agree with that.
myself. All
Yeah.
evil.
He's winning me
It would be
over.
easy- He should have just listed who doesn't deserve to die, and the video would be shorter.
Yeah.
True.
He's killed
and its
most...
byproducts.
We're
need to
running
be
out of
purged
characters.
from the galaxy.
Oh,
Who's gonna be
hold on.
left?
All right, everyone. I'm sorry about that.
We're missing-
Let's go back just a little bit. We got to hear the end as we go through the book of names of death.
Finn should die for being an Empire 2.0 soldier. And no, I don't care if he defected. And Rey should die for being Palpatine's granddaughter. So I'll repeat myself. All evil and its byproducts need to be purged from the galaxy.
Jesus.
And you're the man
All
to
right,
do
everyone,
it.
I'm sorry about that. I had to get that off, or else I would have like.
It was a
burst
burning
later.
desire. really had to
Needed
get that off
to
my
talk.
chest. Been holding that
He
in
just
for a long
needed
time.
It has to come out eventually. I'm glad it came out in this
I'm glad.
productive
This is a
format, and he
healthy
didn't go to a
expression, yeah.
school with
This
a
is
gun
good.
or
This is
something.
good that he did it.
So he wants to purge the entire galaxy of all life because it's evil.
Yeah, straightforward.
Does that make him evil?
Or-
No, no,
he's-
no, no, no. He's the agent of good here.
because he's doing it for justice.
He's the last good
Yeah.
man in a galaxy turned evil.
No.
So,
Oh,
C3
Bob,
so he's
anybody else
hold
wanna
on.
share?
He's
Hold
the
on. So he
lawful
wants to
evil.
purge all life, but he's less evil than C-3PO.
No, just not
I
just
think-
not
most
all
I think he's
life.
still less evil than movie Bob.
Just
just
evil
most
life.
of it. Yeah. Evil, its byproducts, descendants, and all that assisted in its creation.
Yeah, which is fair, right?
He can abide no imperfection. He is like the lawful evil angel
Now-
of purity.